Hi all, Pat here. I just wanted to go through another rundown on the app. There have been some changes and improvements to the app, and we've got several more things in the pipeline to update in the app for your use. So those of you who are not familiar with, I want to kind of go through it. Those of you who are using the app will see a couple of things that have changed. To that end, if you're using the app and you're not sure if you've got the latest version, there's two ways. Go to your app store and look for an update, or another way to do it would be to delete the app from your phone and then go to the app store and re-download the app, and it'll have the latest version that you're looking for. So that's the way to basically do that. So from the get-go, you open your app in the morning and it says good morning Pat, or whoever it is that's opening it, and you have some options to add a record, view clients, search, and view reports. You can also have that same information if you go to the side up here and tap the three menu bars. It's a little difficult perhaps to see on the video, but then you can come up and you can go home, add view clients, add view record. That's going to be changing. View report, search, settings, or guidelines. So the one thing that we want to know that from the get-go, before you can add a report about a horse, dog, cat, person, or whatever it may be, you first have to add a client. So you would go to add new clients, and at this point you'll see up here in the corner is add new, and so you would tap that and you'd put in the information for that new client. And if you don't have all the information, just put an X in that particular spot and you know you can come back and add that later. So from there you would add a new client, and they would be on the list here that you can see. Here I've got Bill Smith and Pat Zemer. So at this point you have clients, so you can now go into the client and tap on it and see reports that you've done for that particular client. Now at this point you can go in to the report and delete it. If you did a report and you decided you don't need it anymore, you've emailed it, you've done it, you did it wrong and you want to redo it, you can delete it at this point. You can also edit information for the client. If they've changed their email address or the phone, or you have more information, you can put that in at that point. So again, here you are with the clients that you can delete the report. You can edit the client from that point. Now, if you want to go to the report from there, you simply tap on the report. Now you get the report for the given horse, given dog, whatever it is you're treating, and you notice that you've got the 1 and 2 spots that are marked on the horse. It's a little blurred on this particular device, but you go up to the corner and you edit it. And so now here's where some folks have had a problem. So once you're here, you can now go, let me get it, and you can edit that particular part that you did. So you would tap edit, you go into the screen, and you can mark what you've done. You can have a photo of an area of the client or person that you're treating, whatever it may be, and the name of the area. That could be a hip, shoulder, back, knee, whatever it may be, and then the description. You'll see a description there where you can go into that description at this point and click on it, and now you can add information to that particular description. Maybe you did subsequent treatments and you just want to bring that particular location of the body up and add information about that. So at that point you would click edit. So now you've put it on the screen, you can see it there, you can close it up, but you have to save it. Where I think folks have made a problem or had a problem is they forget it's a little light, the saved word, so we're going to bolden that up and make it so it's more visible to you. But once you've made those additions or you've made that change, you save it. So now it's there, so when we go back to it, you'll see that it's there for that particular treatment regimen that you were doing. So from this point at the reports, you can also email the report. So you tap email. On an Android, you'll select how you're going to send it. On an Apple device, it'll come up into the email, but you tap that and it brings you up to the email program. Now you'll notice here it does not have who it's going to. That's going to be corrected. That was supposed to be corrected from the beginning. So when you're dealing with a particular client, you want to send a report, that client's address should show up when you go to send the particular thing that you're sending. So that's how that comes up. So you can send your email from that point. So now we're going to have to go back. So let me get out of this and go back to our app, because you've emailed the report. So you'd go back in and open your app at that point, and you'd be right where you left off. Again, you can edit the whole thing. If you go to edit, now you could go, if you wanted to, add a new, call it test 2, and a different description. Okay, add it, and now you have a third spot that you've worked on that particular client, and it's into your thing. You can also at that point edit that again. If you decide, oh, I want to change something there, you can edit it. Or I want to edit when I treated this shoulder earlier, I want to go in and edit that, and I'm going to do better after second treatment, and come down here and you can put something on there, much better after the 4th treatment, don't need to treat anymore. So you can put that on there, hit edit, and again the key becomes you need to go up top and save it. So that's how that works. You've got all the, and so on this particular client, there are 2 horses that we've pulled up here. It'd be the same thing if Bill Smith had a dog that you were working on, or if you're working on Bill Smith himself, you'd have records for each one of those treatments by name. So that's a little bit about how all of that works. So let's go back now to the beginning. So here's your home screen. You can add and view clients. So you can look at a client here and see what you've done. You can go back. You can now add a new client if you desire, or we can go back. Let's go back up here. Now we want to add view records. Here it's also a little different. On this add view record, all you can do is create a new record for Bill Smith or whoever your customer is. You can't edit it here. You edit it later when you get it into reports. So you could come here, enter a name, Pat, let's just say, and so you enter the name, you've got that in place, and you save it. So there it is. I can't do it there. I'm still in the create a report, so I got to go back and go into view reports, and I go to Bill Smith, and there's Pat. So today I've added one. This month I've added one. So if I want to do something there it is. If I want to edit it, I can do that. So I'd put something on there. Again, I add what we're doing. I add a description, and I add it. So there it is under Pat on today's date, and I save it. It's always key to save what you're doing. So now it's saved. So again, I can go back if I decide at this point I want to edit that. I can go back to it, hit edit, and then edit again. Now I can add additional information. I hope I'm not going too fast, but you'll kind of get the sense of it, what you're doing. So we're here, we've added it. Don't close. Don't go up here and hit that and take you out, because it won't save it. You want to come up top and save it. So it's saving everything. And so there it is. So you can edit the report. You can delete a report if you decide at some point that you're in. You can delete the report right there that you decide you don't want it, or whatever the situation may be. So then that brings us back here. Let's go back to the main menu bar. So we did view reports. We showed how to email a report. You can search once you get enough stuff going. You can search for clients or search for recent records, because you're going to have a bunch of clients in there. So you might want to search for a client by name, go to their file, and add or edit whatever you're doing. So, and then of course the guidelines are there. And we're going to have the equine guidelines that we really need to get started on adding stuff to, and questions and answers into those areas. So all of that is there. So again, go into your version and make sure it's updated as best it can be at this point. It should tell you in the App Store if it's due to be updated, but all of that is pretty much there. Things that are coming is some other editing capabilities, and various ways to take pictures. So we're adding things, and I'll describe them describe them to you as we go. So I hope this is helpful. download the app if you don't have it, and keep good records and get good reports to your clients and help build your business. Soon, one other thing that'll be added to it I just thought of is that when you put a client in here, it will also be able to integrate into your Jazro CRM program, your customer relationship management program that is free to all of you, and then you can send emails to these folks, text messages to these folks, and do a lot of marketing right through that program utilizing the data that you've collected here. So hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, certainly post them here or give me a call. I'd be happy to help you. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.